It's that time of year again, folks, assuming you're watching this video when it was first released. Anyway, it's that time of year, folks. I'm doing another 24-hour charity live stream, Football Manager stream for the National Autistic Society. We did one of these roughly this time last year and raised an incredible, I think it was like £4,300. Which is nuts. And this year, I'm obviously hoping to go a little bit further. We're aiming for a £5,000 lump sum raised for a charity that's very close to my heart that you'll know all about if you watch my vlog channel or you've been involved in the previous streams in the past. But that stream is taking place this Saturday, the 1st of December. It starts here on YouTube, 12 p.m. UK time, lunchtime, and goes all the way through until 12 p.m. lunchtime on Sunday. The link to donate is down in the description below, but you can also do it just by going to bit.ly/LOLLUJO donate 2018, I think. If that's wrong, just check the description anyway for the donation button, and hopefully I'll see loads of you along on Saturday. There's an eBay auction going on at the moment. For the winner of that auction gets to choose the team we're playing as, and again, all the money raised from that's going to go towards charity as well. So it's a big deal. I'm very excited. Hopefully we're going to raise a huge amount of money for charity, and I hope to see lots of you there. Hello and welcome to Club 2 Part 4 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, I finally get to play against the team I support. We've got a home game against the mighty Peterborough United, hopefully not quite so mighty today. Plus, it has some other in-game connotations too, because if you recall, Posh turned me down for a job in the summer when I was still at St Albans and job hunting. If we beat them, we actually go above them in the league, which that would be a nice little told you so, which I'll enjoy that as well. And then we're away against Morecambe. Since you were last with me, form has become really rather good again. There's been the odd little blot on the copybook, but that game against Cambridge, I mean, they were top of the table at the time. Notts County away, I've got less of an excuse about, but Jordan Rhodes is scoring goals for fun, and we've made a couple of signings as well, which have made a big difference to the squad. So, firstly, Robbie Wilmot did leave to go to Northampton. Bradley McDonough did go to Yeovil. We almost sold Dieng as well on deadline day. Sunderland came in and offered 150,000 for him. We had to turn it down because we'd already agreed to let McDonough go, and there just wasn't a better goalkeeper to come in. We have brought a goalkeeper in on loan, but he's not really good enough to take the place of Dieng in the team. So we did sign Rowan Ince. He was the player I identified in the last episode as the man I wanted to be my holding midfield player. He did arrive injured, so he's not played a lot of games, but he has started a couple of games now. He looks very solid. He's already scored a goal for us as well. So we have our defensive midfield player that I was looking for. But alongside him, I've also brought in 3 players on loan. Sam Howells is the goalkeeper I mentioned. He's basically McDonough's replacement on our bench. Not good enough to force his way into the team yet, but he's costing us nothing. And I knew we were selling McDonough. I wanted to bring some money back in. Ryan Glover is a winger who came in from Bournemouth. He's really to offer some competition and some cover for Dander on the left-hand side. He's naturally a right-sided winger, but can play on the left-hand side as an inside forward as well. He's already played a few substitute appearances and is creating chances when he does so. But the best signing we've brought in is one who just kind of came out of nowhere. Josh Da Silva, 22-year-old Angolan international on loan until the end of the season from Brentford, who, yet again, are in the Premier League in this save. Has anyone ever had a Football Manager save where Brentford didn't end up in the Premier League? What is that? They're not in the Premier League in real life, are they? But he's got 3-star current ability, 4.5-star potential ability. He can play anywhere on the pitch other than in goal. We've been playing him in central midfield as a ball-winning midfielder, and also to offer some competition to Rowan Ince as our defensive midfielder, but he's not played there yet. We've just been playing him in central midfield. He got 2 goals on his debut. He's scored another one since. He's averaging a 7.88 from 4 starts. He is a superstar. Our midfield is looking proper good now. In fact, the whole team is looking pretty decent. This is the 11 that we're going to put out there for the Posh game. And we actually look like a proper team, at least a proper mid-table team anyway, which is far more than we possibly could have hoped for this season. And it's to the point where I'm not even trying to exploit the game anymore. Lucas Husek, who was in the team purely because he's 6'7" and we were doing far post corners, he sits on the bench now. He did get 2 assists and a goal from us exploiting him at corners during his time starting, but I don't think we need exploits anymore. I think we're pretty much already safe, which was our goal for the season. We can actually focus on playing like a proper football team now. And White and Rawson are much better options as all-round defenders. So we're going with Dieng in goal, a back four of McGinley, White, Rawson and Shepherd, with Ince at the base of the midfield and De Silva and McCassie in front of him. Jordan Rhodes is our striker, supported by Danda and Williams. That is a very solid first 11. And we've actually got some good options from the bench now, which we never had before. So Husek, Brown, Bloomfield, Morris, Glover, and Ben Stokes is still knocking around. And we've actually given him a big boys contract as well now. He's not just a youth player anymore. So, you know, we're trying to make something of him. He's a left-sided player. We don't have much in the way of left-sided players. But that is the Posh team that we're facing. We're only 2.5 seasons in, and almost none of them play for Posh in real life. That's mad. Right, I think I expect recent form standards with Yeah, I would say that one. We're favourites. Go show them why. We've been in very good form. My assistant manager in the little pre-match report actually suggested we go to a more positive mentality. We're still playing our 4-3-3 counter-attacking system that we've been using all the way through. But I think now we're starting to bring in some better quality players and string together some results. A time will come where we start to be a little bit more ambitious in games and don't just kind of try and catch teams on the break, play for the free kicks, that kind of thing, which is what we've been doing. How has that hit the back of Jordan Rhodes' head twice? Just face the football, you absolute lunatic. My word. I don't know if that day is today, though. I don't really want to experiment with you lot watching, because then you'll laugh at me and call me an idiot. So I'll do my experimentation behind closed doors, and we'll just try and do counter-attacking against Posh. And is it Morecambe we're playing next? Does that sound right? I feel like I've said Morecambe recently, and I can't think of any other reason why I would have done. Looking at that, I can't actually see that they're in this league, though. Oh, no, they are. They're just below us. There you go. We probably are playing Morecambe next. That was superb from Ince, of course, who we signed from Posh. And that's exactly what we signed him to do, be that anchor man. And he's created the counter-attack, and we very nearly scored from it. Danda, unlucky to hit the inside of the post, but it's McCassie with a free kick, and he scores it. What a free kick it was. We've seen Moses McCassie do that a couple of times now. He can strike a ball, not just from free kicks either. It's not just David Noble all over again. He can do that from regular open play as well, but give him a free kick in a position like that, and he is lethal. We're 1-0 up, 22 minutes on the clock, and as things stand, that does put us above Posh, and now they're going to be thinking about what they've done. Imagine how different life could be if they'd have given me the job in the summer, because not only would they be doing far better in the league than they are now, because clearly I'm a better manager than Gavin Strachan, assuming he's still in the job. I haven't even checked. But I'd have actually had a summer to build a team that I wanted as well. This is a team that I've kind of pieced together from the remnants of whoever was here before, and only added in, 3-4 of my own men at the moment. Imagine what I could do with an entire summer. I'd probably sign 30 players and then resign. That seems to be what I do. The media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there and put on a worthy display. Absolutely. We're in good form. We're playing very well. Everyone's noticed. Let's continue to play well, because we want to justify it. We don't want to just be a flash in the pan. I'm not going to talk about that, but it's an interesting situation, isn't it? I'm not going to mention it yet. I won't hear any talk of it down in the comments either. But it's just, it's an interesting situation, isn't it? Just, if you're one of the people who only listens, you won't know what we're talking about. And that's for the best, because we're not talking about anything. It's just a little bit of an interesting situation developing. Right, we're going to bring Bloomfield on for Rhodes. Rhodes is, he's just an old man who doesn't play well every week. But we're going to change up the wingers as well. I think we're actually going to... Do we take off Williams or Danda? I think we're actually going to take off Williams. Williams we don't take off very often. But we'll bring Glover on that right-hand side. And hopefully, he's looked good playing as the inside forward on the other side. Hopefully he'll be even better playing on his natural side. Although when he came on, he didn't appear natural there either. Is he only natural deep in midfield? He would have been a handy player for us to have at St Albans. He's like the opposite of Stuart Wilkin. Corner comes in and it's just over. We need to be aware of that. We've got Husek on the bench. Do we bring him on for his set-piece usefulness if they're going to be coming at us? Not just attacking-wise. If they're going to be coming at us, Husek's obviously a useful man to have defending in situations like that as well. Because he's enormous. I don't think I'm going to bring him on. I could bring him on for Danda and really go defensive, but that seems a little bit extreme. bearing in mind we are still in quite good form. So what we're actually going to do is bring on Morris and swap those two over. So I know Morris can play on the right wing. Glover has looked... I mean, he's been absolutely fine as an inside forward on that left wing. Our entire front three has been pretty poor today. Thankfully, McCassie has saved us with a free kick. And that, have we won a penalty? We have won a penalty. We haven't got Jordan Rhodes on the pitch, who usually takes our penalty, but Bloomfield steps up for the chance to wrap the game up for us. 3 minutes left. This would put us 2-0 up. And he scores. I think that's his 5th goal of the season now. 4th goal of the season. So even with Jordan Rhodes scoring goals for fun on the pitch as our lone striker, we've actually got a backup guy who is scoring a decent number of goals as well. Considering we came into a club that had no strikers, and they were literally the only two that were any good who showed up on our scout reports, they were pretty useful scout reports because they've both turned out to be excellent strikers. Have we given away a penalty as well? No, it's a goal kick. I don't like it when it just suddenly stops midway through the highlight like that. But we win the match. McCassie gets man of the match for his goal. Ince was superb, though. Don't forget that game-changing moment where Ince put in that tackle. And I'm going to passionately say, that was just excellent. It was just really good. I'm very happy with what's happened there, lads. Let's carry that forward to the Morecambe game and see if we can make that interesting situation. I mean, it's just interesting. Let's see if we can make that a bit more interesting by the end of the episode. 2 changes for the Morecambe game then, both as a result of injury. There's 3 injuries, in fact, but 2 of them are only 2 of them involve people who started in the last game. So Jan Danda has picked up an injury. He's going to be out for a week or so. So Glover comes in on the left-hand side of midfield. Rawson is injured as well. Fit enough to be on the bench. Probably, could argue, could start at 95 and 93, but it still says Inge next to him. So it's an excuse to get Husek back into the team at centre-back. And Bloomfield, similar situation to Rawson. Picked up a little bit of a knock, but more than fit enough to come on during the match if he needs to. Again, I've had my assistant manager in my ear, just talking my face off pre-match. Kev, go attacking. Well, he's not saying attacking, he's saying, what is it, positive? Is that the more attacking version now? He wants us doing that. We're still counter-attacking for now. We are going to have to pull the plug on that at some point, though. Let's say recent form. Oh, no, we've got an avenge. What happens, have we? How come on there we don't have an avenge? Let's passionately avenge then. I don't know what happened last time. I probably wasn't here. They all remember, though. That's got them properly. Whoop. Let's go avenge ourselves. No idea what happened. Does anyone remember us playing Morecambe previously? I thought you could only avenge stuff assertively. I'm still learning with these team talks. It's a very complicated system. McCassie in the midfield plays it forward towards Rhodes. It doesn't get anywhere near him, but Williams picks it up in this little hole between midfield and defence. Glover's in, and I mentioned how good he'd been looking as an inside forward. 3 minutes on the clock. It's actually his first start for us, and he scores instantly. We've got competition for places in all positions now. Left midfield was the one that we didn't. And there you go. Glover's arrived and said, actually, you know what? There's competition for places here too. It's a finish on his left foot as well, which, considering he's a naturally right-footed player, that is a pretty useful finish and actually puts us up, as things stand, in the top half of the league in an interesting position. There's something interesting happening there. We don't have to be quite so scrolled down on the league table anymore. I'm still not going to talk about it yet, and you're not going to talk about it in the comments either. But there's things that could be happening, very interesting things, but we're not discussing them yet. 1-0 up then, 15 minutes on the clock, or 20 minutes on the clock now. And just more of the same, lads, although not this. What a save from Dieng. That's why we turned down £150,000 from Sunderland for him. He had a bit of a grump about it as well. I want to play in the Championship and I don't see how I'm going to be able to do that here. Keep playing like that. If we all keep playing like this, who knows? The sky's the limit, gentlemen. Where was Husek on that corner, by the way? Corner comes in. Have I tweaked something and I've not got my exploity corner tactics on anymore? Have I got him on the wrong side? Is it my attack? Is it my left-sided centre-back who's the one we aim for? I'm sure we always played Husek on the right. We don't need it anyway. We're 1-0 up against a team we're better than. Let's continue. Assertive. The way the game's set, you can go out in the second half. No, not without pressure. Guard against complacency. That's exactly what we need to be doing. And into the second half we go. I'm just looking at. There's an interest. We've mentioned there's an interesting situation here. It's quite interesting. up there. We're not talking about it yet, though. But I mean, it's undeniably interesting. If we continue to play as well as we've been playing recently, who knows what could happen? We're certainly not getting relegated anymore. And in fact, this result, if it stands as it is now, and there's Jordan Rhodes trying to make sure it stands. 13th goal of the season for Jordan Rhodes. What an overpowered player he is in League Two. But, you know, we're certainly not going to get relegated. We've now hit our 50-point survival target with 12 games to spare. Who knows what could happen from here? I'm very much enjoying myself. It's lots of fun. It really is. 12 games to go. My word. And we've got to be the form team in the league. Although, look at the state of that. We're a bunch of ruffians as well. Right, what changes can we make here? We probably should eliminate some of these yellow cards. Rowan Ince, Reece Brown can come on for him. And then we can just stick De Silva back there. That was one of the positions he was signed to play in. Well, De Silva's also not playing well. So should we bring on... We'll bring on Collar. Collar's played back there plenty of times so far this season. That'll do for now. Just freshen up the midfield a little bit. We don't want people getting sent off. That's the last thing we need. I have noticed as well, and it's not so much the case today, Williams, since the quality of the rest of the team has increased, he doesn't stand out quite so much as he did before. And I was worried that he might be going off the boil, and he just looked good in a poor team. But he's had a great game today, 2 assists. Shows what I know. Right, what have we got on the bench for a final change? I think we're going to bring Bloomfield on for Rhodes, just because there's no reason at 30 years old with Bloomfield as a backup, there's no reason to be playing Jordan Rhodes for 90 minutes every match, especially if they're matches where he's already got his goal. We're already winning the game. Now Collar's picked up an injury. Let's just drop the midfielders back a little bit and just do that for the last 2 or 3 minutes. We don't want to leave ourselves too exposed in the midfield. Bloomfield's just going to have to play up completely on his own for now, and it doesn't matter because we've won the game. We've won it really easily as well. Both of those games have been absolutely easy peasy, and I think with another set of back-to-back wins, let's just have a little look at that league table, because I suspect it's potentially getting a little bit interesting. So we're on 51 points. Shrewsbury in 7th place, the bottom of the playoffs, they're on 53 points, 2 points ahead of us. Aldershot in 3rd place, i.e. the 3rd automatic promotion spot, they're only 6 points ahead of us. And Bury, who are currently top of the league with 12 games to go, they're only 8 points ahead of us. Whew. I'd been planning on ploughing through the rest of this season because I didn't expect anything interesting to happen. As it is now, I think we're going to be back relatively soon. Maybe Barnet and Chesterfield, maybe Salford and Barnet. But that won't be tomorrow, because obviously tomorrow we've got... Is it tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. I'm recording these a little bit in advance. Obviously tomorrow we do have the 24-hour stream. You're not going to be short of Football Manager content tomorrow. So that one, it'll be on Sunday, because by 4 o'clock on Sunday, it'll have been 4 hours since you last saw me doing some Football Manager after the 24-hour stream ended. So you'll be gagging for more by that point. So that will be on Sunday, our first day off of Non-Lethal Legends so far. And I'm going to spend the entire 24-hour period playing Football Manager live for you. So it's proper commitment to the cause. The other series starts next week too. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.